Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our weekly Ascension Angel Messages for June 30th through July 6th, 2025. So, as we begin, I'd like to first of all welcome everybody who is returning to this weekly series, and to also welcome anyone who might be new to our Angelic Wisdom community. If you'd like to get an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. You'll find this link in the description area beneath this video. Also, be aware that my office hours for the summer, as I've now finished school and my jury duty service is complete. So I still haven't sort of figured out what I'm doing for my vacation time or when I'm going home, etc., things like that. But as of now, I will be available Monday through Friday from 12 noon to 6 p.m. And if you'd like to also support my channel with a donation, you can go to my PayPal me link for Angelic Wisdom LLC. The general monthly Ascension Angel messages for July will have been posted by the time you see this video. So, and it might come up a little earlier just because I might be going away. But in either case, that video, please check it out for the monthly Ascension Angel messages. And let us now go ahead and take a moment to take a deep breath. And just surrender whatever is on your mind or heart. Surrender it completely to your angels now. And as you take another deep breath, allow yourself to be centered and focused and grounded deep into the heart of Lady Gaia. And just imagine for a moment that you are out in an open field and the grass is tall and blooming with wildflowers. And ahead of you is a lone, tall tree with wide branches that sort of enfold you and welcome you to sit underneath its shade. And above you is a bright, large, shining sun, radiating the brightest, pale, crystal yellow rays. Receive it now into every part of your being, your mind, heart, and soul, and into the physical cells of your body. And as it permeates, it is filled with golden Christ energy. And allow this golden white Christ energy to fill your aura and to touch the nucleus of every cell. And feel yourself feeling the warmth and peace that is now surrounding you as you are in this orb of energy that is raising your frequency. Raising your frequency high, high above this very tall tree and as deep as the roots that flow beneath it, deep into the earth. And you are now surrounded in the protection of many mighty angels. And as you take a deep breath, feel the space that you now have for yourself. They write VIP in the sense that you are incredibly loved by the universe and by God and by every blade of grass, tree, every animal and bird. You feel one with it all. The oceans. Feel the flowing of the rivers, the oceans. And just allow yourself to surrender. Surrender it all, including your life and your reality, to the stream of life that is constantly flowing forth, bringing you into inevitable changes for your best and highest good and for your soul's education and learning. Feel yourself now as tall as the tree, as wide as its branches, limitless and unencumbered by any test or trial. This is a time of great transformation and rebirth. And the self that you've known is evolving, is receiving and offering new messages and ideas, and it's rapidly shifting beliefs and patterns that no longer is needed. And so much is transpiring and transitioning through you. Things are coming in and going out. And if you can open your arms and raise your hands high to receive as much as you deserve and are able to assimilate and integrate at this moment, the greater expression and experiences of joy you will now have. The crosses that you have borne in your life have also brought you to your period of resurrection, transfiguration, resurrection, and enlightenment and elevation. They are showing me now that, as if I see the crown of our heads lifted above. It's like I see sort of like a vortex. And at the center of the vortex, this opening, the crown of our heads are now piercing through that ceiling of the earth school and stepping into and exploring other dimensions of understanding and perspective. And this creates a whole new vision of reality and one of society and the way that we interact and love, heal. These changes are coming, and the signs are unique and impactful, and yet sometimes very small. And where you will notice them most clearly is where there is upheaval around this very strong and powerful new presence of light and intelligence. The world now is seeing this and experiencing this, and you might be experiencing it in your individual lives, where it feels as though your light is under attack. You're seeing this around people who are offering a bold new idea and advantage. And the resistance, and they keep writing with successful. These things will be successful no matter how much resistance and fear they stir up and rancor enough to cause people to start doing really demonstrative things to thwart their success and vision or dream. They write that you will see things manifest that seem impossible. Like, these are where all the signs are pointing. And this sense that you have that that's impossible is the old mindset, the old ego paradigm. The ego has no path forward. The old mindset has no new ideas. It has no strategies to combat these powerful spaces of light that will gradually occupy the mind and senses of everyone on the planet. There is no need for any of us to be concerned or to raise up arms in defense of these visions, because they will prevail and succeed. They are equipped to go through the process for an acceptance for which it will eventually receive, whether it's just through surrender or a campaigning to get in the midst of the light, these visions, and actively participate in making them reality. Doors will open that cannot be seen, but only by those who are standing within the power of this light. And the doors are not only surrounding us, but their access to seeing them is through the door that exists within you. This door that holds your own power and access to this light. For every one of us is filled with it. No matter whether they've chosen to be open to it or not. So be still, be at peace, observe, trust, and have faith. And they bring up telepathy again. As we open these doors within ourselves and allow the radiant divine self to be released into your life, it will give you access to the source of all light. And through that channel of source, light and love, you will bypass the clouds, the storm clouds. Even though they are present, your signals will bypass them, will go right through them and connect into the light, this divine intelligence. And all who are connected to it, which is everyone, whether the doors are open or not, their doors will be open to you. As their doors, your door will be open to them when each and every one of us is ready to open the door within. And to allow that door to open is to seek out peace in all your interactions and in every expression of who you are that is authentic. This is a practice of authenticity, authentic love, authentic passion, authentic compassion, authentic listening and understanding, authentic wisdom, authentic talent, and the expression of it, and the reception of all other authentic experiences. The more that you remain in the position of who you are in this very authentic way, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter how challenging or strife ridden or joyous and open and expansive your circumstances, you will have access to this light, this intelligence, this telepathic medium that will allow you to perceive the divine design. And it doesn't or won't necessarily change the circumstances, but your relationship, your perception, and your understanding, and the peace that you get from all of this will be groundbreaking for you. And this now is where we must step forward and into by surrendering. And I see the word hypertension. Surrendering this how do you want to say this pattern, this reaction to engaging stress, anxiety, and worry and fear. Instead of trying to do something about what you cannot change and that which you are so immensely afraid of, just sit as if you're in the ocean and go with the flow. Let the flow of life take you around and through any aspect of it that it discovers to keep you moving, to keep you growing and developing and processing. Don't hold on tightly to anything that would prevent progress for you. Now is more than ever trusting your intuition at the most basic level, the foundation of intuition. Trusting at this level. When you feel something in that very subtle way, in a very grounded and focused way, in a way that comes to you as a gift to your heart and to your soul and your peace of mind, trust it. Trust that telepathic medium. No matter how it expresses as a channel for you. And don't add more to it than what it was. And don't give it any more attention than the understanding you received. It's either clear and inspiring, or it is ambiguous and still uncertain. Either way, it is waking you up in some manner. And be okay with what you've received. Let's take a look at the Archangel message and the Archangel that we're working with in this week. And it's Archangel Lavender. And it says, prepare for soul healing, forgive and release everyone. And that might be the one thing you don't want to do right now for some reason. And maybe you're ready to forgive some other things, but there's some things right in your present moment that you don't want to let go of. And remember, if we hold on to our suffering and delayed processing of healing. Archangel Lavender works with our soul star chakra. And if you call upon her, let's just do that now. And notice that you might immediately feel a shift in your being as her energy just cascades and encircles you. And you might feel a warmth or even a heat as she's soothing you into just letting go. And she's just asking you to let all the energy melt away. Just let it melt down all the way around you to the floor at your feet, or to the ground around your feet. And allow Lady Gaia to absorb this energy as if they are tears releasing and purifying. And ask her to help you release anything, any circumstance, any event, any misunderstandings, anything that you don't remember. Trust as she expands her wings around you now. She brings them up over her head and then around you. And she is doing it now. And just relax. Let go. And enjoy the healing of your soul. Notice where you feel the energy more intensely. And breathe it out gently. There may be something around family, and it might be also around family or ancestral karma. Again, you don't need to know what it is, but you only need to be willing to do what you came here to do, as a light worker and healer. And so give permission for this as well. For some of you, it might be on a global level that you're here to release something. To raise the frequency and heal. You just ask that you no longer take it through your body, but that you channel it through your indomitable source healing energy. And if a particular area on the planet comes to your mind or your heart, just know that that is your calling to provide the soul healing for that area and the people involved in whatever is going on. And you may start to feel her energy now pull back a bit and release you from your service work. She will take all of it away and leave nothing for you to have to worry about in terms of residual energies being stuck or taken on by you. So the cards today are laid down from right to left. So this is still a personal time of reflection for all of us. Let's take a look at the first card. And it seems like we have a queen, Queen of Wands. And this card gives me a great sense that we are very capable at multi-dimensional um, tasks right now. And so this means that many of you who are watching are doing work on multiple levels or dimensions. So, levels, you might be finding right now that in your own personal life, there are just all these different levels of experiences happening, and that some that you're contending with, and you might feel like it's a bit overwhelming. But notice that if, and especially remember to pray, you will have energy to manage them. On a multidimensional level, there are things besides where you're focused that you might be channeling and healing. So know that your soul is here and has agreed to do those things, and it will handle it for you. What's key for you to do is to stay grounded, centered, and focused in each experience that you're aware of. You might only be aware and really grounded in one experience, but that experience on multiple levels and dimensions is there are other things going on that is working with how well you are focused and grounded and centered in the conscious task. So remember the to enjoy whatever you're doing, no matter how much of a struggle it is, enjoy it. When you enjoy something, you are in joy, and your soul is radiating such powerful expressions of divinity that will allow healing in a profound way, multidimensionally. And we have the Nine of Wands. So this gives us a sense and really, um, confirms that we're feeling like we're holding the fort down all by ourselves right now. And you might feel like you're a lone ranger in a sea of chaos and distortion and the opposite of everything, ungroundedness, uncenteredness, unfocus. But you are able to focus, to stay grounded, and to be centered if you choose it, if you choose to enjoy what you're doing, what you've chosen to do in any given moment, situation, or event. The key is not to get drawn out of it, out of the expression of enjoyment, and into complaining, because that will close that door and leave you feeling with a greater sense of desolation and isolation than you've ever known. It's almost as if they're saying, we have a choice. No matter how difficult something is, isn't it better to be connected? And passionate and enjoying something. He said, how do you enjoy something that's negative? Because you are always open to the silver lining. You recognize the sun is always shining behind every storm cloud. And when you stay connected, you become one who is surfacing above the storm clouds. It's not that you don't see the storm clouds. It's not that they're not revealing the same effect. But when you're in the airplane above them, you don't feel dragged down by them. And so how, and here we just see, this person we see in, usually see the card, and in my imagination, the impression I'm getting right now is like we're seeing the person who's standing there and we're looking beyond where they're looking. When we look at them, we only see their misery and pain. But just like in all things, there are two sides of the coin. And sometimes we're looking ahead and not seeing what's really ahead. And here, what's really ahead is an open field, an open path, and a bright sun. And yet we see mountain ranges far in the distance. And they represent something for us to climb, to get to the other side, for another vast space of time and exploration. But why worry about them? The journey to get to those is quite far ahead. And in this way, this is the kind of enjoyment, gratitude that they're speaking of that will help us to stay above those storm clouds. And the more we get better practice at doing this, they just don't interfere. And here we see the Ten of Cups, which is leading us towards some sense of fulfillment. And in this picture, we see hands, which you might not be able to see very carefully. Let's bring it up for a minute. You can see hands with, holding cups, and they're sort of clinking them together. And it's about celebration. It's about enjoying. When you bring this kind of enjoyment to your life, you enjoy your life better. You enjoy the relationships. You see in everyone else, you see beauty, you see infinite potential, infinite grace, and love. All right, let's see where this is going. So we have the card I pulled from the bottom of the deck is the Moon card. And what I'm feeling really about this card, especially this, is like she's just really centered in her intuition. And her intuition illuminates the dark spaces within, the void, the nothingness. Not necessarily negative, but just the unseen. And it's a journey that we're opening ourselves to, not knowing, yet knowing something, knowing that we're where we need to be, even if we don't know what that is and where that is. We know and can sense the support, but not knowing where it's coming from and who it will be and what it will look like. It's feeling at peace, even though everything screams desperation because of the lack of clarity. We find this solidarity, this sense of strength, they write, this anchoring of strength in the belly of our soul and its in, intuition and instincts, and guided by its inspiration. When we let go, that's why we're clinging on to so many petty things, arguments and mental patterns, and struggling with people, because it's taken up space, because we fear the void. And so what we're really trying to do, and Archangel Lavender is asking you to do, is so that your soul can radiate and process itself and bring forward all that it has accumulated in wisdom and enlightenment. It's asking us to clear all that stuff we hoard by the way we focus on life incessantly and obsessively, to avoid the surrender to the void. The void that, once completely embraced, fills and can fill and lead you by feeling, meaning it can lead you filling and feeling. As you feel, you fill. And you can do it infinitely. And maybe that's what we're afraid of, is having too much joy, having too much growth, and too much experience, and too much or too many mountains to climb, because we're just afraid of the adventure. And our power to enjoy each and every one of them, every delectable portion of them. And so I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a powerful month ahead and a powerful week to start. God bless you.